I just want to say for this episode of Boruto, is this sponsored by Apple earbuds that Yodo is wearing? I don't know, I just wanted to say and put that out there. But seriously, what's up everyone? My name is Richard Flame and welcome everyone to Boruto Naruto Next Generations episode 58. Today we have reached the final exam part of the Chunin exam, or round 3, but it's the final. It's the final round right here. This is Boruto's generation now of the finals of the Chunin exam, which if you watch Gen 1 Naruto, I always talk about in my reviews when they had their kind of arena. This is the arena they have right here for the Boruto Stadium. Not gonna lie, it looks nice. We see a little bit here or there, but this episode I was really excited for just because we get to look at who's gonna be versing what in the matches, because it really focused on a little matches in the movie, which I will talk about because we've seen everyone's fight or the first round fights in this episode. What we saw in the movie was Boruto versing, if his name is correct, from the Hidden Rock. We've seen Sada versus Terui from the Hidden Rock, if I say that correctly. Mitsuki versus Ori from the Hidden Rock as well. We also get Rhea from the Hidden Sand Village versing against Inojin. We've seen the fight of Shinki versus Chocho, who is the winner of that, and etc. So going into kind of this matchup right here, it's really important looking into us Boruto fans. Getting Ninja, for the main cast, I feel like it's going to be focusing on these 4 groups, the 4 teams left standing and the 2 that are from the Hidden Leaf that didn't move on, aka, the Class Reps team and Denki's team. So we get into the matches, and the only thing I could say about this is, number 1, this episode is fast-paced. It was a really big fast-paced episode. Literally, it clears round 1. It clears round 1. I thought, I wanted this, but it's too much episodes, and it'd probably take too much animation. But I really wish that each individual fight was somewhat long, because the only long ones that we get is we get a little bit here, a little bit of new stuff of Boruto versus Yuri in the matchup. We've seen this in the movie. There were some little stuff put into it, and then we had Shikadai versus Yodo match, which Yodo, we've seen, her character, kind of what her ninjutsu is, which is kind of sonic sounds that she uses her hair to attack with. And that was kind of a long scene as well, and then the rest were just all quick, probably a minute or not even a minute at all. So I'll just get into the Boruto versus Yuri fight so far. We've seen Yuri, kind of, I guess the only big thing about his character is third person, but he also has the 8 tails necklace around him. And I thought they were actually from the Hidden Cloud Village, but they're actually from the Hidden Rock. And from their characters, all the Hidden Rock members are gone. They all got defeated in the first round. So that's one full team down in this series. Boruto uses, of course, the scientific ninja tool in this episode to praise his dad. I don't want to go over everything, just kind of what I talked in my last week's review of really just, Boruto showing his dad of what he is made of. The second round we get to, I guess the more longer fight that we get in this, is Shikadai versus Yodo. It was not that great of a match in my opinion. It was really just kind of Shikadai using his shadow possession jutsu to kind of catch Yodo and make her surrender. Then I would like so much in this episode is I compared the Hidden Sand members to the old or the Gen 1 Hidden Sand members. Yodo, in my opinion, looks a little bit like Tamari. This is, I feel like, the future of an old Shikamaru and a Tamari, or a Shikadai and Todo. I don't know why. I'm not trying to be as a couple right here. I'm not putting X and X this, but going for this comparison, I thought it might have been a similar fight here, but it really wasn't. And, Shikadai as, Shikamaru's son, I thought going into this fight he would have a great and strategic move going against Yodo, but really he just detonated the bombs on purpose and afterwards caught her in the shadow possession and won the match by sticking a kunai to her throat. So I don't know if that was somewhat of a great match. Shikadai actually won this fight instead of Shikamaru giving up in Gen 1, if you know what I'm talking about there. But that's the fight there. We get Sada versus another Hidden Rock member, which literally she said take it down 3 seconds. Literally was 3 seconds. Sada completely destroyed the Hidden Rock member, and man, it was Yeah, definitely use that Sakura power on her. So that was a quick, easy fight there. We also get of the Hidden Sand Village, which his name is Araya versus Inojin. And this fight was completely stupid in my opinion. I did not like this fight at all. When Inojin uses his Super Beast Scroll against Araya, and he completely destroys each and every one of them, the explosives aren't affected, and afterwards he just beats Inojin with his stick. And that's the matchup. I don't know why. I feel like that was the most pathetic fight in Boruto that we got yet. I don't know. I was so mad watching that. I thought it would have been such a good fight, but we don't really know much of Araya's character. And Inojin, we get a little bit of him in here or there, but he was one of the members of the Hidden Leaf that didn't move on, since we know so far. So Sarada and Shigenai have moved on, and then we get the next fight, which is Mitsuki versus another Hidden Rock member. And this is probably the best part of today's episode. This was the best part just because Mitsuki almost unlocks his power against this individual right here. And we see that little quote at the end saying, "Oops, I almost, pulled the trigger." This ninjutsu, because knowing from Mitsuki's past, he is 100% the best or strongest genin right now throughout the group in Boruto. There are hidden secrets of Mitsuki that we, the public, are still trying to uncover. And really, that is a scary thought. And it questions me more about Mitsuki because I love Mitsuki's character. I love characters like this in a series or an anime where you want to know their secrets and their progression and want to just know more about them. So, almost pulls it off there, but it was kind of a terrible fight versus his Hidden Rock member that he just uses snakes and takes them out like that. But if he would have used his Sage power against that Hidden Rock member, you would have been done. Like, the Hidden Rock member, he would have died 100%. But we get to the last fight with this Shinki versus Chocho, and it cuts out right there. A cliffhanger. It was a terrible cliffhanger. If I could look at directly, it was like Hero Academia's last episode, where it's literally a word, they say like a sentence, and then it just cuts out. I hate those cliffhangers so much. It just really irritates me. But going to the fight, Shinki's gonna win 100%. Like, I'm saying that right now, and I shouldn't even say that as a spoiler. We know Shinki's character right now, that he is probably, I would say, the second strongest. Like, he is ahead of Boruto 100%. Like, in my opinion, Mitsuki, him, and then Boruto. Like, Shinki is going to win the match 100%. Like, Chocho has no advantage whatsoever. Next preview we get, which is going to be focusing on just Boruto versus Shigenai, which, are we going to get a lot more to that fight? Because I'm talking to movie watchers right here, because we did get somewhat of a long fight in the movie, but just from this title alone, are we going to get that in the full episode? Are they going to do that for 20 minutes? Because after that, we know what's going to happen, and there's something that I definitely want to talk about for next week's review, but that's going to be spoilers ahead, because, of a fight of going against someone else, I want to talk that in a different review of Boruto. But that was just the episode today, guys. Like, if you're going into this episode, it's going to be fast. It really is fast-paced, and for that, it makes sense because there are a lot of members and they definitely have to get through this quick. But knowing, like, just trying to learn from new people, I would love if these fights were a lot longer. Because if you look for Gen 1 Naruto, I think it was like 4 or 5 episodes they did with the Naruto vs. Neji fight. And then Shikamaru vs. Tamari, I think it was 2 to 3 episodes, I do believe so. And then with Sasuke and Gaara, it was like somewhere between 2 or 3 as well. So I'm hoping if we get in these Chunin exams here, like especially with the Boruto vs. Shigenai fight, are we going to get a longer episode right here just focusing on, one individual, or is it just going to go fast-paced as this? For me, like, I was just diving into this episode, learning more, of the characters that we learn here from Boruto. This is a big cast, and also learn about their ninjutsu, because I feel like, all these groups, these teams that made it so far at the end of the Chunin exams are going to be something that we're going to look forward to ahead in Boruto. But with this episode here today, though, guys, I feel like I'll just give it a 6 out of 10. It was just a barely of a pass for me. It was cool seeing a lot of stuff that were different because this is the anime and not the movie, but it was disappointing in my opinion. But let me know down in the comments below, guys. Like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. But either way, we'll see you guys next week for another Boruto Naruto Next Generations review. Much love, and as always, have yourselves a wonderful day.